Right, beauties, do my hair with me and I'll give y'all a story time. All right, so quick background information. I did not have my first real relationship until I was like 19, 20 years old or whatever. I grew up in church. My parents run a very, very strict program. So I did not know nothing about dating and communicating and all that stuff until I got to experience life for myself. Now, the only thing I was 100% sure of was I knew I wanted a provider. My daddy was a provider. It was 10 children in the home, and he worked 2 and 3 jobs to make sure we were straight. All right, so I met this guy. I was like 19, 20. He was about, I think, like 21 or something. I do not remember. So the thing about this particular guy is that, for one, he was a pretty boy, and for two, he was a Debbie Downer. Every time you had a story, he made the story turn around and wanted to have his moment when you were telling the story. And it was never like a simple story. It was a simple, complicated, well, not simple, complicated. It was a complicated story, and it was super sad. Like, it was always something. Okay, cool, whatever. So at that time, 19, 20 years old, I did not know how to communicate effectively. When he would have these stories, I would just look at him crazy and be like,
oh my God, what the fuck?
I never would have a conversation. So yes, I am wrong. Okay, cool. So that's that or whatever. So after a while, I was sick of it. So what I did, instead of having a conversation, which I should have had a conversation, I simply started to distance myself from him. Upon distancing myself from him, I met a guy at the job. And of course, again, I was wrong because I should have tried to have a conversation and communicated how I felt. Okay, I didn't do that. So one day, the boyfriend, he decides to give me the silent treatment. And this silent treatment lasted for at least a couple of weeks. So, okay, the homeboy, or the guy that I met at the job, me and him, we started to kick it. Okay, cool, whatever. We wind up doing the do. Yes, I know I was wrong, but it happened. So, of course, when we finally did talk, I wound up telling him, like, what it was that I did and how I was, wound up messing with old boy and this, and the third and all of this. So, of course, he felt some type of way. And, of course, we broke up. And, how typically men do, oh, well, I'm going to end it all and whatever. And I'm just like, at this point, I was so over him and so over the situation. I was just like, okay, cool, sir, do what you do. Yes, that sounds cold-hearted, but at the end of the day, when you over it, you over it. So